I looked at our episodes from last year. You know what episodes tend to do the best? So when we talk about tools, these are the best AI apps for business in 2025. I'll go first. So Granola, have you heard of Granola?
No.
Okay, so Granola is great. Granola, when I log into a Zoom, I have all these call recorders, right? But Granola, when I log into a Zoom, the notes are better than anything I've ever had before. So you can take notes in there and it'll add on to your notes. But it's really clean. There's like I think there's like a free trial for it, but I heard about it on Twitter. And the cool thing is when I share the notes, I can share it in Slack, I can share it in email, I can share a link. And everyone's like, oh, this is really cool. So I'm happy with Granola. That's the first one.
The second thing I would pick for an app, and we talked a little about this, but I don't think most people use this, is HeyGen. And the reason I want to pick on HeyGen is if you're a business or you're an influencer or content creator, you're usually creating content in one language. What's made Mr. Beast extremely popular is he has a page for Portuguese Brazil. So if you can go and use HeyGen and then create channels and content for all the regions out there, you will do much better. Now, I know YouTube is introducing features where you can publish your content in multiple languages using their AI. But if you look at their algorithm and what they're ranking, they tend to rank pages that specialize in a language within that country versus a generic page that is translating and transcribing their content through YouTube's AI. Now, that may change in the future, but that's at least how it currently stands. And I think that's a great way to not get double the views, but triple, quadruple the views over time.
Cool. And similar to HeyGen, I think if you're going to use HeyGen, you should probably be looking at 11 Labs too. So 11 Labs will help you it'll take your voice and then it'll basically help you. I'll use that example. The example I gave earlier where that guy took his avatar and then got 7 million views in a week and gained 90,000 followers. So his stack is he uses HeyGen, that's one to make the avatar, and then 11 Labs for the voice. And then he uses, I'll give a bonus here, he uses Runway for text to image. So you can do that. You can use Runway for image to video, and then Ideogram for images. And that's what makes his B-roll when his avatar speaking, there's B-roll, so.
My next recommendation is pay the few $100s a month for OpenAI's premium features. And the reason being is if you want a lot of backlinks in SEO, we use it specifically for data crunching and analysis.
It's great for that.
It's great for that, produces amazing results. And what we found is that has helped us get a lot more B2B leads. But to do that manually and to pay someone costs way more than a few $100 a month.
How do you use it to get B2B leads?
Well, we're publishing the data.
Oh, wait. Publishing the data around like data crunching, like, okay, you're taking like raw data that you have and having it crunch it.
So taking the data from Ubersuggest and Answer the Public.
Yes.
Having it crunch it.
Yes.
We're creating beautiful charts from it.
Yep.
Publishing that data on the social web.
So good, yeah.
It can create a lot of backlinks when you put it in blog posts. We're finding it to rank well.
Yep.
And we're generating great leads from it. And that's cheaper than paying someone.
An analyst.
To crunch the data or data
Oh my God,
scientist.
way cheaper.
Uh-huh.
You know what's crazy?
And most people don't do it. They're like, oh, I'm using the premium feature of ChatGPT so I can ask all these questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can actually use it for a link building army.
Yeah.
And what we do is we feed in tons of data and have it crunch it. And what you can do, and we've seen a few companies do this because we have our own data, not everyone does. They scour the web, they gather other people's data, they cite the sources, crunch it, create unique pieces from it. You know, as Brad said, there's nothing wrong with taking other people's data if you can make it better and create more insights from it than they can. Of course, you want to cite them for it.
Yep.
And we found that it generates a lot of backlinks and rankings and leads over time.
That's so good. That's a really good one. Everyone should take that one. It's interesting. I was chatting with my CTO conversation yesterday, and he was like, "Dude, look, if we get this product over here and we add this one over here," I'm like, "What is it going to do?" He's like, I'm going to add, that will give us the productivity of 10 engineers just by adding 2 products, right?
Wow.
And so like 10, I'm like, are you serious? 10 engineers. And this guy's like, he's seasoned, right? He's like, yeah, 10 engineers. I think it's kind of similar to what you're doing right now. This is the productivity of 5, 10 content writers, analysts.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
10?
That's a lot. That's insane. And what are the savings there?
A lot.
Hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million,
Yeah.
right? That's a lot.
It's like if you don't use it to become efficient, you're just missing out. It's like, for example, when we do the data crunching, the hardest part is actually not just the data crunching. Someone will have to go and try to figure out what data is insightful and try to find it. And that's what you're spending money on. It's like, this is a pain in the butt. Just have AI do it.
Yep. Whisper Flow would be my last one over here. Have you heard of Whisper Flow?
No.
WISPR. So what you do, and I'm still getting used to it, but you type fast, right?
Yes.
Okay, I type fast too. So we're used to having a keyboard. I think what's going to happen is, and you've actually said this in a video. I was rewatching our This Is Marketing talk. Kids aren't going to type that much in the future, right? They're just going to use voice. Now, Whisper Flow, if you just hit your keyboard, you just dictate. You dictate everything, and it'll start to like format things for you to understand like your tone and everything. You can also start speaking Chinese to it as well, and Spanish. It actually takes in those languages too. So sometimes I'll switch and like try to throw it off and start speaking Chinese, and it works. So Whisper Flow, check that one out. Do you have anything else you want to add to this?
One tool I recommend all content marketers is
if you're an agency owner looking to break high 7 figures, 8 figures, or even 9 figures, the Agency Owners Association is for you. It's ran by my partner, Neil Patel, and myself. And we've been there, done that from an agency standpoint. And if you want to learn more about it, if you want to grow faster, get more clients, take yourself out of the day-to-day, just go to marketingschool.io/agency to learn more.
So check out Quillbot. Quillbot has an AI detector for content writing. The reason I say this is if you're doing marketing online, it's not that AI content sucks. It just doesn't do as well. And if you're paying a lot of writers and people to help you out, a lot of them will use AI copy and pose it as human written copy. And Quillbot, it's not perfect. They have this AI detector that is pretty decent and can help you spot a lot of this. Because you don't want to be paying people being like, yeah, here's $500 for this article. And then they just wrote it with AI.
Yep. All right. That is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Go to marketingschool.io/agency to learn more about the Agency Owners Association. And we'll see you tomorrow.